This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA, Mr. These Boys Can't Touch Me on my worst day.
And this is JJ Solomon.
And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast. It's your boy, Mr. RTBA, Mr. 214, right here with my dog, JJ Solomon. What's up, big dog?
What's up, bro?
Man, we are the Spit Bucket Podcast, live and direct, downtown Dallas, the place to be. Man, it's been a good week, JJ, man. How your week been so far, big dog?
It's been a fantastic week, man, and I just want to say that, let me turn this down real quick. I just want to say I'm glad to be back. I missed that delicious Dallas air.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, been a great week. Work's been great. Kiddos are killing it. Straight A's, can't complain.
I seen that. Ooh.
Yeah, man, a little brag moment. I usually don't do it on social media, but no, they're doing great, man, and it's big month. It's both my kids' birthdays. They'll be 16 and 13, and then tomorrow is the anniversary, the 8th anniversary for me and my beautiful wife, my beautiful bride, Amanda. Love you.
First off, let me say, happy early anniversary. You know, you're about 3 hours and 52 and a half.
Trust me, I'm
minutes
counting.
away.
I'm counting.
To you and Amanda, the wife. Congratulations to the kiddos, man. That's the way to pop your collar.
Yeah, they're doing their thing, man. I let them know this is for them. This is for their money and all that. So they're doing their thing. I can't complain. But speaking of can't complain, bro, how about them? How about them Cowboys?
Hold on. I'm like, what Skill Bayless do? How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? Like,
JJ, how about them Cowboys? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100, real talk. Let's keep it 100. When the Cowboys season ended last year, all our hopes and dreams were tarnished. There was a lot of people from the 214 to across the pond who've been Cowboy fans for years and years. They did some unthinkable things, right? Who would have thought after the horrible offseason we had JJ Solomon, when we thinking, the Cowboys losing everybody. They ain't doing this, they ain't doing that because they don't got no money to do nothing. Then, hold up. Dak Prescott get hurt in the first game.
There goes the season.
Cooper Rush come in, and he leading the take one more time. How about them Cowboys?
3-1, man, and I'll be the first to admit I am shocked. I'm surprised. I expected nothing from Cooper Rush, bro. Absolutely nothing. But here we are sitting here 3-1. Cooper Rush 4-0 as a starter for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, the dude showed me nothing in preseason, man. And, I know you're playing with a bunch of backups, but he showed me nothing. So, of course, I was going to be a little worried. But, yeah, after Dak went down, after that terrible, god-awful performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I thought we were done for the season. But here we are. Our defense is holding us, keeping us in them games.
How about that defense, though,
That defense is scary.
Ferociously scary.
It's something to watch, bro. It's fun to watch. And here's what I like doing when I watch football. I like isolating. I like just looking at one specific position for a few plays. All of them are hustling. That Dan Quinn dude's got them energized, man. They're all hustling, not taking any plays off. So, hey, I'm excited. Am I gonna look to buy my Super Bowl ticket yet? Just tap the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. 3-1. We'll see what we can do.
Hey, speaking of Dan Quinn, that man deserves a lot of respect. Not just let's start with Dan Quinn, right? Mm-hmm. He deserves a lot of respect, bro. Because look at the season we had last year. We see Diggs get 11 interceptions, lead the league in interceptions, but also lead the league in giving up receiving
big plays,
yards.
yeah.
But he was a high-risk, high-reward player, so it evened out, right? We lose defensive lineman. What's his name? The guy used to like to get high before.
The Denver dude?
Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah. We lost him. We didn't think that the Cowboys was going to be able to come back and do it like this in a dominant fashion, how they doing. And not just that. Man, this guy and Mike McCarthy you know, we got to give him credit thus far, right? I don't know what this season going to end up like. You ain't ready to buy Super Bowl tickets, but we got to give Mike McCarthy his credit. They dogged him in the offseason. I know my favorite radio show that we listen to here is in Dallas, Texas, is 105.3 The Fan, and your favorite radio show is
1310 The Ticket.
Okay, so
yeah, it's not even close, little brothers.
I mean, okay, that's neither here nor there. But we know who the number one radio network is. I'm gonna just say it like this: Tolo, baby.
Tolo.
But look,
Sounds
like think about,
disgusting.
like you say, Cooper Rush. Like you said, Cooper Rush, right? Look at what he doing though. Like I said right now, I made a post on Facebook yesterday. I said Cooper Rush playing big time football. 4
touchdowns, no interceptions. I think about 760 pass yards so far.
He 4th in passer rating.
61% completion percentage.
He's second behind Tom Brady in getting that ball away real quick, bro. And the one thing that I learned about Cooper Rush, JJ, if you see that play that CeeDee Lamb did, this was
2 games ago? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Cooper Rush is, like, this is something that we complain about that. You see CeeDee Lamb go out there. He got 3 options. Either he could go left, he can go straight, or he can go out. CeeDee Lamb went right there. He anticipated CeeDee Lamb going right there, and the ball was already out. Something that we don't see Dak do. Dak is the type of guy who like to hold the ball to make sure the guy is open.
Yeah, he won't catch him in stride. He doesn't throw them open. They have to turn around, stop to catch the ball, and even then, the accuracy is not where it needs to be. $40 million quarterback. I don't think Cooper's gonna got a better chance to take us to the promised land than Dak. It's only been 3 games.
But 4 games, if we're keeping it honest.
Yeah, but
look at the circumstances, Jay.
Look at the opponents, though.
But Jay, look at the opponents.
Yeah, I mean,
we
should have. Look how hard we struggled to score yesterday.
I know, but look at the circumstances after Dak went down. We thought we was finna go 1-15 like we did in Jimmy Johnson first year when he came here, bro. So look at the circumstances and look at Cooper Rush actually delivering.
No doubt.
What we want a guy like, and think about it, big time moments. Like, look.
He's not just dunking and dinking the ball.
I'm talking about big time moments.
Oh.
And even when I'm talking about big time moments like comeback wins and big time moments for a guy who ain't had experience like this. And they said this stat today. They say Dak ain't never won a game when a running back ain't rushed for more than 100 yards.
Oh, really?
Every time a running back got under 100 yards, they say Dak lost.
So with that saying, and if you look at Dak's best games on stats, those don't always equal wins. You know what I mean? So those stats, you see those inflated stats, I like to call them, but those are telltale signs that if Dak's throwing the ball too much, we're not winning. And what you just said, he hasn't won when the running back hasn't had 100 yards rushing. That just tells you he can't be the one that takes us to the promised land. Something's got to change, man.
Look at Cooper Rush yesterday. Ezekiel Elliott, like what, 42 yards, 60 yards.
I don't remember this.
It was like 40-something yards. What's the other running back, number 20? I can't think of
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard had 6 yards rushing. And Cooper Rush was still able to do what he do. Come on, people keep talking. Like, bro, it's about winning football games and making the right play.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to hear people telling me about that. Who was that number 85 who having a breakout season this year, that wide receiver with the dreads? Well, anyway, I can't think of his name, but anyway, he having a breakout year. Don't tell me he would have did that with Dak.
Yeah. You talking about our squad, Noah Brown?
Yeah, Noah Brown. Don't tell me Noah Brown would have did that with Dak. You know what I'm saying? He been on our team for a long time. Dak ain't created no chemistry with him.
Oh, yeah, because he's been on the bench for a long time. So who does he have that chemistry with? The other guy who's been here for a long time. Now, what I tell you, I'm going to tell you this much. I can't anticipate seeing Cooper Rush get a big contract, which he likely will now. Let's give the man some credit. He's earned himself a nice little payday. He's going to get himself a contract somewhere as a backup if he doesn't stay in Dallas one day. But he's not going to know that offense like the back of his hand. He's not going to have 6 years or 5 years of studying it, being friends with the offensive coordinator. Hell, he used to be offensive coordinator's teammate. So all those little things, man, we're seeing it come to fruition. We're seeing it play out. The dude knows his system, and he knows exactly what balls to throw, what decisions to make, because he studied his damn playbook damn near as much as Kellen Moore has. So I don't know that, again, I'm not sold, but hey, you can't blame me. Every time I get too hyped up on these Cowboys, man, they break my heart at the end of the season. So
but look, it ain't even about getting too hyped up on them. It's about us recognizing what we're looking at the moment.
For sure. And
at the moment right now, like I said, the chemistry that Cooper Rush has for this team is undeniable.
No doubt.
People can't deny Cooper Rush ain't got chemistry with this team. Don't tell me that Dak would still do this same thing. Dak, you got to be all the way open. Is Dak a good quarterback? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's certain intangibles that you have to have that take you to the next level. You could be a better quarterback, but if you don't have them intangibles and that other guy got them intangibles that know how to make the right play at the right moment, we see Cooper Rush do that.
But answer me this. We're 2 penalties away from yesterday's game to having a completely different conversation about Cooper Rush today. He made 2 terrible throws. Those throws that got picked off, but then they got turned back around. Mm-hmm. The conversation's completely different had the ref not made that and I know you can't play ifs and all that, and we got him back from last week. But Cooper Rush made 2 terrible throws that would have completely changed that game yesterday. So for reasons like that is why I'm not sold. Let's talk about this in 3-4 weeks. Let's see what that looks like if Dak's not in by then. So
I mean, but Jay, like that, we just can't. You could say you're not completely sold, but you cannot deny that Cooper Rush is getting the job done with a rookie offensive lineman.
I won't deny it. No, I'm so excited and I can't hide it.
Like, I'm just saying though, it's like I want to go. Like, if this guy keep doing this, we got LA this week,
and then Philly.
Like, I'm just saying, like, hold up, Dak. If you say you ain't throwing no ball now, they don't need to rush Dak back yet.
So the big NFC East showdown. If we get over LA next week.
If we get over LA, if he could get us over LA, then get over Philly, then okay. Now the discussion is over, right? We got to take this guy serious if he can get us through these games.
The jury is out. I can't even think that far, bro. If Cooper leads us to these 2 wins, and we go into the bye week, and he hadn't lost the game, yeah, I think the conversation starts to change a little bit, man. Like just like you said earlier, Dak did it to Romo.
He did it to Romo, bro.
And Romo was the big pay. I mean, he was.
That was just like Tom Brady. We didn't know Tom Brady was this special. It just wasn't no astronomical stats.
It sounds silly to think. That's why I have a hard time saying it.
We didn't think that Tom Brady was that special.
Yeah.
It wasn't just no astronomical stats that jumped out to us. But when Tom Brady first got in the league, what'd he do? He got the job done. He made the right plays. He didn't lose the game. Yeah, we could talk about them 2 almost interceptions, but they made penalties on there. That's something that they got to fix between their organization. They had like 13 to 15 penalties.
And listen to our boys. We pretty much got rid of all our penalties yesterday, man. We didn't make no.
Yeah, so yeah, man. I'm liking what I'm saying. I ain't saying Cooper Rush is,
the future,
take
the answer.
That job.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not denying what I'm seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to recognize what I see right now. And what I see right now is a guy who has chemistry with this team. Everybody wants you to be flashy this. And look at Cooper Rush yesterday. When we had them up 22-10, that boy dropped back with confidence. Even though I don't think he caught the ball, we got a pass interference call on that play from Gallup, welcoming him back. So, like I say, we can't deny the chemistry we see right now.
Can't deny it.
Drew Bledsoe was a paid quarterback.
Yep.
He was paid.
That's Brady House.
Just like that.
Yeah, and then we've seen it before. It's hard to imagine it, considering Dak's got them $40-something million a year. But we'll see how it goes, man. Well, Corey, what we got up, man? You want to shit?
Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford debacle.
Hey, let's keep them hanging. After this break.
Yeah, after this break. Shout out to who? KO, baby.
Check out our friends at KO Therapeutics, KOCBD.com.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it will let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
All right, man. Welcome back. Like I was saying, check out our friends, KO Therapeutics. Where we got their stuff at? Well, here's one of the droppers right here. But KOCBD.com. Use the discount code TSB10. But this is for pain relief, pain management, pain recovery. You're grinding hard, you're training, whether you're an athlete, you're a boxer, young up-and-coming boxer, whatever the case, try this stuff out. I promise you it works. I use it every day. My family uses it every day. Much, much, much thanks for helping me with my pain, and then a lot of thanks, of course, for partnering up with the Spit Bucket. We appreciate you, KO.
I'm telling y'all out here from the 2142 across the pond, we ain't just going to get on here and co-sign nothing. It got to make sense for us. Like, it got to be the real deal. It got to be the actual facts. We don't do this for the put on. When we first came in contact with KO Therapeutic and had the chance to use these products, they showed us these products showed up and showed out, not only for your family, but for my family, my wife, and some of her family who have knee problems. They've been rubbing the KO on it, getting extreme pain reliever. So shout out to KO Therapeutics. Go to KOTherapeutics.com and make sure y'all put in our special code TSB10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, man, what were we saying?
The Spence.
Yeah,
tell me about everything. Like this, go.
Let's go.
You seen it, Jay? The Spence, Terrence Crawford,
the Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford debacle, because that's exactly what it is. What was it, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I was out here saying, I do not care to talk about this. And then a couple weeks later, we hear that the signing is imminent, and they just had a few more hurdles to jump over, but they finally did, and there we were, hoping and a wishing.
And a wishing and a hoping.
And, man, I meant to grab that tweet. That day, though, that they started coming out, I put, you lost me at not signed yet. And here we are, October 3rd. And, of course, the latest from the Spence-Crawford circus, Spence-Crawford disappointment, Spence-Crawford letdown is it ain't happening on November 19th. Maybe December, maybe January. But it only makes sense, Corey. I think just last week we were saying, can you sell this fight in 7 weeks? And can you prepare for the fight in 7 weeks and all that stuff? The answer was obviously no. There's no way you can put this giant mega fight together in 7 weeks. So, yet again, Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol the Truth Spence, Omaha, Dallas, again letting down all of boxing.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
Here we go. Let's talk about it.
We know. Let me try some water, man, because
this is gonna be fun.
like
I'm gonna pull up my phone. So I can read the comments.
It's bothersome.
Well, yeah, you can say that again.
Watching the way how this playing out, right? Because I'm confused. right? Because you got this one guy who called himself Bernie the Boxer, right? You got him telling us news. Crawford agreed to everything. He accepted the B-side. Even if he lose, he the B-side. He took a slave deal. We have reports coming from Blue Blood Sports TV saying he seen Terrence Crawford in the 7-Eleven, and Terrence Crawford told him, yeah, he woo-de-woo, he did this and he did that. He agreed to everything. Then we heard Terrence Crawford come out and say, I didn't agree to everything because I don't know all the logistics that's going on. Now, JJ, I'm confused because I need you to please explain this to me because my mind is boggled. How can you say that you agreed to everything and not know the logistics and the parameters around everything? And then when he said that, he was out here, tell Earl, sign the fight. But then it come out now again, you said you don't know what's going on. How can he say he agreed to it if he didn't know
Did he
what
ever
was
say it?
going on?
I never heard him say it.
Jay, Blue Blood, he never came out and didn't say he didn't say it because Terrence Crawford quick. He quick when there's some news out about
But
him.
did you hear him say it?
It don't matter. It was reported by Blue Blood, and I believe Blue Blood. So it ain't no matter if you heard him say it because we know Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, any fighter. If it's some news that come out about them that is false, they're going to jump on Instagram real quick and speak on it. Terrence Crawford ain't came out and said nothing. Matter of fact, when they seen him at the Shakur Stevenson fight, I don't want to talk about my fight.
Has Spence spoken up since everybody's saying he's the one ducking it now?
See, this is the thing that kills me.
I asked you a question.
I know, but this is what killed me. Have Spence. What we talking about?
Spence-Crawford?
No, I'm talking about Terrence Crawford.
We're
right?
talking about both
But,
fighters
I'm
in
asking
this
you about
negotiations.
Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
And when me asking you about Terrence Crawford, that's what Crawford.
You said all these guys come out and say something immediately when something not truthful spoken about them. So right now, most of boxing's understanding that this is on Al Heyman and on PBC and on Spence's management side. So I just asked you, have we heard anything? Have we heard Spence deny that then?
Deny what?
That it's on his side. It's his camp's fault that this fight isn't happening.
How is it his camp fault when his camp sent out a contract and Terrence Crawford said, I agreed to everything. The dude who close to Terrence Crawford, Bernie the Boxer.
Listen, man, would you have signed that piece of it? That's why it wasn't signed. You got to. We were just talking about doing your due diligence.
Due diligence on what?
Bro, Crawford getting no guaranteed money. So you know what? So that means that once everything is paid for, the venue, the promotions, everything, the sponsors, the doctor, once everything is paid, that final amount of money is what Crawford is getting, or that 65-35 split. That last part of money, once everything is spent. So, of course, Bud's going to want to see how they got to that number. What's so wrong with that?
I got no problem if this the new narrative. Oh, I want to see what's going on, because if Cuz came out through reliable sources, because remember Terrence Crawford is so serious, right? Remember everybody? He say I'm so serious. That's why I don't like to do this, because I'm so serious. His people, this guy Bernie the Boxer, he came out and said Terrence Crawford agreed to everything. Terrence Crawford ain't gonna let nobody put nothing out that ain't true. Terrence Crawford ain't came out and debunk that. He come out and saying, now, I ain't seen everything. This dude say he agreed to everything, even if he is, and he the B-side, even if he win the first fight. Now people want to say, did Terrence Crawford say that? When he had the opportunity to say something, I didn't want to talk about my fight.
It's just another hurdle that Heyman's putting out there. I don't think this is even a Spence thing. It's Al Heyman, dog, and for reasons I don't know, because he doesn't come out and talk to anybody. We saw Max Kellerman invite him to the show. But if you're not guaranteeing a fighter any money, then what's the problem? Bud ain't asking for authority. He's not asking for a final vote. He's asking for transparency, meaning Just put it out there. Let me see what we're spinning on. He's not asking for control.
But I thought he said he already agreed.
I haven't heard him say that. You're talking about,
Have you
so
heard
Bernie
him-
the Boxer is
have
his
you heard-
representative?
So have you heard him say that he ain't seen all that other stuff?
I haven't heard him say that either.
So what are we talking about then? Where everybody talking about?
You're talking about what Bernie the Boxer
no,
said.
No. You said you ain't heard him say that he ain't seen everything. But then you come out here saying that he say he don't know the logistics. Have you heard him say that?
I haven't heard him say that.
So what was we talking about then?
Bernie the Boxer?
No, you said.
You said that's who reported it.
No, and that's a person who close to him. We ain't supposed to believe that.
All right, so it's their job
he's
to go
more
on.
believable than anybody else.
Now he's more believable. Just the other day, you were like, who the hell? Like, you were questioning real media people like Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger, but you want to tell me that we believe Bernie the Boxer.
Who is Max Kellerman?
Who is
way
Max Kellerman?
somewhere else. Bernie the Boxer been around Terrence Crawford since he was young. Be in his camps all the time. So yeah.
So Bernie the Boxer is the guy we need to listen to.
Who the hell is Max Kellerman
or Coppinger?
And Mike Coppinger when it comes to a guy who extremely closer to him than them guys are, who come on here. And Terrence Crawford ain't gonna let nobody around him because this the type of guy he is. Put nothing out there and let a guy come on there and say he took a slave deal. He agreed to everything. He even agreed he gonna be the B-side if he win the first fight.
And that tells me he wants to fight.
No, but people talking about where the transparency at. Did we hear Bud come out and say he ain't seen the logistics?
Bro, he doesn't have to come out and tell us every step of negotiations. So neither has Spence.
Spence ain't the A-side. They sent
okay,
the
that's fine. The A-side, B-side discussion's over.
But they
it's
sent
over.
Obviously, Spence didn't want the fight. They sent the contract.
Oh, okay, a terrible contract.
Hold up.
You're not allowed to see our expenses?
Listen, what you mean? He said he agreed.
You always talking about making the smart business move.
He said he agreed to everything.
Who said it? Bernie the Boxer said he said it.
That's what Terrence Crawford told Blue Blood Sports TV. Terrence Crawford
That's
didn't
what
come
Blue
out.
Blood told
He
you.
didn't come out and refute it. He usually comes out and refute things that are not true. Especially like when people said me.
So when Coppinger called him a
if
duck.
Earl want this fight in Texas, it should be in Texas. He sure came out and all his people and them were saying, oh, we ain't going to have this fight in Texas.
Oh, get on the mic.
Yeah, we ain't going to have this fight in Texas.
Yeah.
So come on, bro. You got to believe that's a reliable source, Bernie the Boxer. That's a dude who close to him.
So why do you pick and choose what Bernie the Boxer is right and what Bernie the Boxer is wrong?
No, it ain't where he wrong. He came out and said that information. I didn't pick and choose. I didn't make him. I ain't hold no gun.
Yeah, but you believe in Bernie now?
Hold up, no. You had said, why do I pick and choose? I ain't picking nothing.
No, you're picking what you believe.
No, he put that information out there.
So
I didn't put no gun to Bernie the Boxer head and say, tell us this information. This is a guy who's closer to Terrence Crawford than anybody in the media.
I don't disagree, dog. But what I'm saying is Mike Coppinger, who's also got very credible sources, told us yesterday, and right there on Max Kellerman's show said that's a duck. That's a duck.
Max Kellerman said that's a duck. But who is Max Kellerman to tell somebody else?
So why isn't Spence defending himself like you just said? Did we hear Bud call it a lie? You just said that. Why Bud didn't come out and refute it? So why isn't Errol coming out and refuting it?
Why do Earl got to come out and refute something just because somebody called him a duck? It's a contract been sent out there.
He's saying it's on Heyman now.
How is this a duck when it's a contract that been sent out there? Do Terrence Crawford want the fight or not?
Crawford absolutely wants to fight. He's taking the shit into the deal.
He got no choice, JJ, honestly.
He does have a choice.
What can he do?
The choice is not to take that fight.
So, JJ, let me ask you this question. What fight can Terrence Crawford get that's going to generate anything? Who going to fight Terrence Crawford next? What's his next fight? Be honest.
Correct.
I see that. You see that.
He can fight. Bro, he can fight anybody, dude.
Who?
He can fight whoever. He's a free agent,
I'm asking who, JJ?
He can fight Virgil.
You think Virgil?
No.
Them gonna take that fight? Yeah.
This is the biggest money fight.
No, I'm saying why would Oscar De La Hoya, and this is just how boxing goes, why would he put his fighter at risk with this guy right here who aged, and Virgil could fight a couple of more fights, then take on a fight like that. But I'm not saying that Virgil will turn it down, but Golden Boy gonna be smart about this. But what would that do? What would that generate?
Corey, we're playing giant
No,
possibility games.
So,
Who cares about what could happen
no, but
there?
why are y'all mad that Crawford got the shit end of the stick?
I'm not mad.
No, you say it's a terrible. Yes, you did.
He got a terrible deal.
So he got the shit end
Yeah.
of the stick.
And that tells
the
me
way
he wants
business
to
goes.
fight.
So,
All right, so the way business also goes is you're transparent with your partners.
So how did he agree to something if they weren't transparent with you?
He obviously did not agree. There's no pen to paper.
Now, I'm not saying that.
How many verbal agreements you ever seen get broken?
Man, JJ, stop it. He see what's going on in the contracts. You can have verbal, but they're gonna have a bunch of literature there. That's why, like people say, they put a paper up. It's gonna be more than a paper up. They're gonna have documents they send first to show you what's going on. Now, if he said he misremembered what the document said, because we know he agreed to everything, just say that and say you want to look over them again. Or say, I feel like I'm getting shitted on because everybody in the media telling me I'm taking a terrible deal, so we need to rework this contract. Say that.
Have you stopped to think about the conversation that happens most of the time when you come to terms on a contract? Most of the time in any business deal that I've ever made, we go over the terms and principle on the phone. So in this case, hey, Bud, so the offer's $35.65, no guarantee money. Bud goes, fuck it, okay, cool. Then the other guy says, all right, let me draft up these small details and we'll send it out to you. What most business is handled like that. You come to an agreement, but there's no way this guy's gonna tell this guy over the phone every single bit of the contract, which is why a contract wasn't signed. So no, he didn't read the contract and then change his mind.
So you telling me it's no papers, no emails that is sent?
Yeah, but I've never ever sent an email that had all of the terms and conditions.
You as one person and a bunch of people in this world. And I'm not saying that that's false. But you one person, you speaking for one person.
So every agreement you've ever made in principle.
No. I ain't just even speaking to me. I'm speaking, there's a lot of people in this world who send out different forms of contracts. I ain't saying it wasn't an agreement. And I ain't saying Terrence Crawford don't have the right to know what's going on. But don't come out here and make that the narrative. That's what they tried to do. They tried to make that the narrative now because everybody found out what type of contract that Terrence Crawford was getting. So they want to come out and make that the narrative to try to make Earl Spence look bad.
But just
no, but that's what they trying to do, Jay.
Just like we switch, like it's okay to say, okay, this was Bud's fault for a while, but here we go again. Now it's nothing wrong with that.
No, but
they've been passing it back and forth. Okay, if the contract's been sent now.
No, Terrence Crawford.
We don't know that it was emailed over.
No.
We know that it was discussed and somebody agreed to something.
But he's upset, right? Because he's hearing the backlash. Because it got, look, you know when he started getting mad, JJ? When everything got leaked. And when we found out what the deal was. I was a guy who knew what it was weeks ago, but people looked at me like I was crazy, like Mr. LTB. I was a guy who knew about the deal weeks ago, but people looked at me crazy, like Mr. LTBA, Mr. 214, Mr. Senor 214 had no idea what he was talking about. What you just say this deal was for Terrence Crawford? Terrible, right?
It's a terrible deal, yeah, so but he has to take that deal if he wants his fight.
The backlash. Now they trying to switch this narrative to say, oh, Earl Spence and them ain't showing him the logistics. Come on, stop that.
It's not a narrative. It's facts.
Man, that's a
just
narrative.
Like 2 weeks ago, we were blaming it on Bud for being involved with Kinahan.
But that was a fact.
Yeah, that was a fact. So now we know that Heyman.
How we know that Terrence?
Like, how do you know?
No, how do you know?
I didn't say I know.
So this is just they putting out this narrative of saying that. This is a narrative.
So why hasn't Heyman refuted it?
No,
in
Heyman
my
don't never
word.
say nothing.
Okay,
so
why hasn't Spence?
Stop that. What does Spence got to say something for? They sent the contract. This is the narrative that they putting out, JJ. That, he ain't seen the logistics. It's an actual fact. Because that's a narrative. We don't know if that's true or not true.
So what's the fact?
No, it's an actual fact that Terrence Crawford was involved with Daniel Kinahan.
Okay.
That's a fact.
And it's also a fact that there was a verbal agreement. Like most verbal agreements, the terms and conditions aren't discussed. I've never received an email from a salesperson that said, oh, yeah, here's all the small print. Oh, let's make it. Do you know how many deals I've lost because I didn't include the small print. And they say, yeah, let's do it. Hang up. I send them the contract. Then they read that shit on the bottom, and they're like, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Zay.
Heyman pulling a fast one on him.
Heyman pulled a fast one.
No transparency. He's not asking. Correct. He's not
pulled a
asking.
fast
Yeah,
one.
he's not asking for
Hold
control.
up. Where's this hold up? You telling me where's this proof at? That Heyman pulled the fast one on.
That's my opinion.
Okay, I'm just saying. Where's the proof?
No guarantee money, Terrence Crawford.
We knew
and
that.
you can't see how we got to this magic number that
No,
we're going to pay you.
I ain't saying. Look, now come on. We know in a contract you're gonna see all of that. That's just a narrative that they're putting.
It's in the contract.
He's going to see all of that, Jay. That's just a narrative they putting out because this information got linked that Terrence Crawford had to bow down. I say this respectfully. It got leaked, and I say this respectfully, that Terrence Crawford had to bow down gracefully and accept what he had to accept because I told you and everybody from the 214 to across the pond, he was in no position to call no shots.
Yeah, bro, he is in position because his fight's about to get derailed because of Heyman keeping the blindfold over him, dude.
Who gonna lose sleep? Oh, if Terrence Crawford, man, it ain't. Come on now, JJ. Now you know this dude gonna see everything that's going on in the contract.
Of course,
that's a
you just
narrative. It's no proof
What's no proof?
that he ain't seen this. That's just a narrative. Because if that was the case, why Terrence Crawford? He said
They agreed verbally, Corey.
Okay,
that
so-
doesn't mean I have the contract in front of me.
So this is all smoke and mirrors about Terrence Crawford ain't seen the logistics because we ain't heard him come out and say nothing about that.
About what?
That he ain't seen all the logistics.
It's all reported, bro. We're talking about other reports.
Okay, so you say why Spence ain't saying nothing? Why Crawford
I only
ain't-
said that because you said
why
it, bro.
Crawford ain't
That's
saying
not my
nothing?
theory
Man,
that they have
why-
to defend
why-
themselves.
No, don't say
That's not
you
my
said it,
theory.
though. You said it.
I asked.
Why Crawford ain't saying nothing?
Bro, that's not my position.
I'm asking
I
you
don't
a
take,
question,
Why
though.
has it Crawford? I don't think he has to. Just like Spence doesn't have to. You're the one that said they need to come out and defend themselves every time somebody says something wrong.
No, I said they do. When
All
it's
right,
something
so
that's not
Bud
true,
hasn't and Spence hasn't.
when it's something that's not true, they come out and defend themselves. Spence ain't got to come out.
All right, so Bud and Spence have not
So
come
why
out.
do Spence got to come out?
Because now they're shifting the blame back to Team Spence.
It ain't Team Spence. They sent the contract.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. If you're not, you're not. Is what?
You said, all right, God, what?
No,
what?
I'm saying like
What?
he loves the idea that Spence sent the contract regardless of the documentation. So now Spence again deserves no blame.
Listen to what I'm saying. No.
All right, man. If that's your position, then I'm wasting
No,
my breath.
he don't. But yeah, I guess you.
But we've got you documented blaming Spence a million times
I
during this
documented
entire
blaming Spence about what?
about why we got here.
When was I blaming?
Win
him?
a strap, and then he took a different
Okay,
route.
yeah, he deserved, and I'm on record saying he deserved that criticism. Keep going.
You just said you don't deserve no blame.
That was then. We talking about right now, though. You talking about what I said then. Come on. Keep going.
Okay,
Don't try to pull the shoe out the box.
I'm not pulling
because
shoe
that's
out the box.
That's what y'all do. Y'all want to talk about, you said this about Spence.
You just said he deserves no blame.
That was then.
You didn't clarify that.
I'm talking about now.
All right, Spence deserves blame for why we're here on November or October.
He don't deserve no blame.
He is to blame
No,
for
he
why
don't.
we're here. Are you kidding me?
Man,
This fight should have happened years ago.
JJ, listen.
Who was to
Did
blame?
I criticize him?
Okay, he was to blame.
Did I criticize him?
You just said he deserved no blame.
That was then.
Okay, so
But I'm talking about
clarify
now.
then.
No, I don't got to clarify nothing. You brought up something that was then. That's irrelevant then. I'm speaking
you didn't
of
tell
now.
me what time frame we're looking at.
When
Sorry.
did
When we
I
make
change,
our points.
When did I change my tune on it should be like 50,
A-side,
50?
B-side?
Yeah.
April 16th, 2022.
That's when I changed my tune. Because with time comes a change, JJ, and my tune changed.
Was A-side, B-side?
No, on everything. Earl Spence is in full control.
Okay, and if Errol Spence is cool with saying no, you get no transparency in the deal, then I agree 100%.
That's not going to happen, Jay.
That's why we're here.
That's Terrence Crawford and them. JJ, No, we got to be logical and use our common sense about
I've been
this.
asking you to.
No, you deal with contracts.
Yes.
You know someone's never going to do a deal unless they see the fine print.
Absolutely.
You know damn well Terrence Crawford is going to see the fine print. What these dudes doing is they trying to throw out this narrative because he's so butthurt about the shit.
Oh, those
how he
are
got
facts.
the shit end of the stick.
No. Everybody has acknowledged he's taking the 35%.
But you know he going to see everything.
Correct. Again, you just brought up me being in sales and dealing with contracts every single day. There's a verbal commitment, which means you're almost there. But you know what always messes that last piece up? The terms and conditions. Once they finally have the contract in front of their face, that messes everything up when a deal goes sour.
JJ.
He finally saw the small print, bro.
JJ.
What's wrong with that?
He's going to see every logistic that there is before he signed the contract.
I hope so.
You know why this coming up? And people just don't use their common sense or look at reality. When it came out what type of deal Terrence Crawford got, and when it came out, he seen Blue Blood say he agreed to everything. And all his fans was like, Terrence, they've been cheering and moaning and crying and going in for Terrence Crawford. They couldn't believe everything that people who were saying that Terrence Crawford was going to get this type of deal was right about it. And that upsetted Terrence Crawford in this camp because they were sour that they thought that this was going to, the backlash on this was going to fall on Earl Spence when people looked at Terrence Crawford and it fell on him because it was the truth. And now they sour about it. Now they want to make this excuse. We ain't seen everything.
I don't see how that's an excuse. Asking for transparency is not an excuse.
JJ, you really think that they not going to send him full contract or that before we see everything? Terrence Crawford the one done like, come on now.
Terrence Crawford the
but
one
like,
that
it been
done.
almost
That's
11 months though.
fingers.
It been almost when he left Bob Arum in November, his last fight. Earl had his fight 5 or 6 months later. Why wouldn't he sign the PBC then, JJ? Why y'all don't talk about that? Why he didn't make it clear cut that was the move he was gonna make then? Why nobody don't talk about that? He had the opportunity, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months before Earl Spence fought. He could have had his name signed, sealed, and delivered. I'm not finna cry me a river for a dude who the earth-size ego, been a free agent for 11 months when he denounced Bob Arum, which was silly, and y'all don't want to call him out on that. How you gonna denounce your dude like that on national TV when you know this game is politics and you planting all these other promoters? But he had the opportunity then before Spence signed to get a deal done. He still couldn't get it done. And people don't want to put no blame on him for that.
I blame Bud plenty of times. Plenty of times. I just don't understand why there's a giant wave of people that are saying this is either Spence's fault or Bud's fault, and neither one of them can say, no, it's been both's fault that we're here at the end of 2022. Yet another year comes and goes with no Bud and Spence. Neither one of them is to blame. Both of them are. But it seems like when you say that, you're offending people. Both of them are to blame. What's so wrong with that?
I just don't see how both of them is to blame. JJ, listen.
I'm talking about the big picture.
No,
5 years.
No.
Why we're here today, still fumbling around with the same damn fight.
Listen, you got to understand the logistics of it. Terrence Crawford was on this side, Earl was on that side. And I'm not sitting up here and saying that fights couldn't be made like that, but that fight couldn't be made with Bob Arum and Ty Brink. It couldn't be made. We done seen that happen before in times where fights couldn't be made with promotional companies. But go back to the point how Terrence Crawford fight was in November.
It was.
He fired Bob Arum. He had 5 months to sign, seal, and deliver a deal with PBC if he was really about that.
So what if he wants to stay being a free agent, bro? He's already taking a smaller. He's 65-35. That's already saying I want this fight. What more you got to do, man? I'm taking 65-35. What's less than that? 70-30?
You act like Earl Spence ain't sent the contract.
We're going around in circles.
No, it ain't.
The contract must have been, or was probably sent after the verbal agreement. What difference does it make? The contract has language in it that Bud doesn't want.
So where is this Spence fault?
I didn't say it was Errol's fault. I'm putting it on Heyman.
What is it Heyman's fault?
Heyman, dude, that's bad business, Corey.
What's
You're
bad
the
business?
other star of this event, but we're trying to keep stuff from you. That's bad business.
No, it ain't trying to keep nothing from you.
That's part of his money, bro.
When you send a contract, and if you don't like the contract, you send the contract back and say whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. You know that's how business goes. Contracts get changed all the time. That's just one of them.
That's where we're at.
No, that's just one of them. That's not. Don't blame it on Al Heyman and say it's bad business. Terrence Crawford may look at the contract and be like, okay, whoop-de-whoop. I'm not too sure about this or this right there. I need a little bit more clarity. Fine. That's what happened when you send contracts out. There's been plenty of contracts you probably sent out that sent back to you where you had to change some things in them. That's what happened in business, Jose Jr.
That's where we're at.
Okay.
He sent the. That's why we're not having to fight on November 19th.
Okay, that was his fault for taking so long.
All right. It was his fault. It was his fault for taking so long.
He ain't signed to nobody yet.
Corey, we don't know anything besides what's been reported to us.
So would you be mad if Earl Spence fight Keith Thurman next?
No, honestly, right now, of course, I want to see Crawford and Spence, but I'm tired of the shenanigans, and these people are only getting older. So we, as a boxing community,
who getting older, Crawford?
All of them.
Spence in his prime.
I'm saying he's getting older.
He in his prime though. Crawford, the one that's on this latter day.
Yeah, you're right. All these guys are getting old. One time's getting old. So, let's stop wasting time. Would I be discouraged that the big fight didn't happen? Yeah. Would I be mad? No. It's the one that got away. It's the fight that got away. And we're going to have to eat it at some point.
Who would you blame it on, JJ, if this fight don't happen?
If one day I'm writing a book about why the hell Spence and Crawford never happened, I'm putting the blame on both of them. Just because one was earlier than later, you know, it takes two to tango. Just because it was so fault early.
But you going to do good business?
Huh?
It's all about good business, right, for your company, right?
All the time.
Now, and then this may piss us off, but it's always about doing what's best for your company, right? So when Earl Spence champion, do you get him the other belts when you got fighters signed to you, or do you just go fight Terrence Crawford as a business? Well, what you gonna do as a business if you Al Heyman?
You asked me who's to blame.
No, I ain't that.
I don't care.
You answered the question already.
It's my business.
I heard your answer. This is something totally
You're
new.
justifying Al Heyman's moves.
I ain't justifying nothing. This is another question. You talking about I asked you who to blame. I heard your answer. You said if I write a book, I'm going to say it's on both of them. Cool.
Okay.
I'm talking about business now. If you running a business and you got the fights over here with these guys who are champions, are you going to do business when you know you can monopolize on this money that's in your business?
Yes.
Or you going to go fight Terrence Crawford right now, who has nowhere associated with your business where you're going to have to split the money?
I'm going to do what's best for business.
So that's what Al Heyman did, bro.
And it's a lousy move.
Lousy?
Yeah, just because I'm looking out for my pockets, that doesn't mean it's best for boxing.
Hold
it doesn't mean it's best for boxing.
Hold up.
The hell you laughing? It's not funny.
It's not best.
Yeah, you realize you asked me the same question twice.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I would do that.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
Because I'm fattening up my pockets. And I don't care about you and all these fans. That's why I don't show my face if I'm Al Heyman.
Terrence Crawford, fire Bob Arum. Like, I'm this is my new sticking point. I hope everybody from the 214.
You found something you like?
Yeah,
I found a new play on Madden? You going to keep using it?
A new one. Because this is my thing right here. When you fire Bob Arum, Jay, on national TV, embarrassingly, all right? You can say Bob Arum said some embarrassing things about Terrence Crawford. So, if you give it, you should be able to take it. So I guess tomato, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's November, December.
Who cares?
So, it ain't. See, this ain't. When you are like everybody look at Terrence Crawford like he's the number one. Did Floyd sign real quick?
Floyd left Top Rank and did his own thing.
I said, no, he signed with who? What deal did he sign with?
Well, he did He did Golden
With
Boy after he
Showtime.
left Top Rank. No, I'm saying he became his own Mayweather promotion though. Top Rank ain't a channel.
JJ, Showtime. He inked the deal with Showtime.
Floyd Mayweather did.
Floyd Mayweather.
You said he left Top Rank. Showtime. He left HBO.
Yeah, he left Top Rank at JJ, you know what I'm talking about.
All right, but in terms of promotional
JJ, you know
company,
he left.
He was his own boss.
Top Rank in HBO, and he went with PBC and Mayweather Promotions. PBC, anyway, Mayweather Promotions, but he got the deal with Showtime. Even if you say Spence-Crawford is his own boss, right?
I mean, yeah, bro, he ain't
Why
Mayweather.
he ain't got no deal yet?
Because he ain't Floyd Mayweather,
But he's
dog.
number
I'm not.
one.
You won't hear me
Nah,
saying that.
What about his accolades, though, JJ?
Bro, some people got it.
What
some
about
people
his
don't.
accolades,
Some
though,
people-
JJ? Everybody tell me about his accolades.
Correct, you preaching to the choir.
No, but what
I
about
don't
his
think he should get a
accolades?
giant deal. I don't think he should be the face of PBC or whatever the hell. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about popularity and why he didn't get signed. I'm talking about why hasn't he fought Spence. So you want to go back 11 months, but then you don't want to go back before 11 months.
I ain't say you couldn't
That's-
go back. No, you asked me the reason why I said this and that. Yeah.
So we're only placing blame on an 11-month period or what?
No. I said Spence deserved this one. The fight actually could happen now because Terrence Crawford ain't with nobody, right? Everybody blame it on Bob Arum, right? Didn't everybody blame it on Bob for not being? That's what Terrence Crawford fans.
That's what Spence said.
No,
You're on the wrong side of the street.
And that's what Terrence Crawford fans.
That's what
was
Spence
saying,
said too.
Terrence Crawford in a lawsuit with Bob Arum right now because he couldn't deliver that fight, right?
Yeah, but Spence also said you're on the wrong side of it. See, anytime I say something about Spence, you just get the air all that out of you.
No, I ain't mad about Spence.
Jeez, it's okay. He makes mistakes too.
No, I said Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence deserved criticism on that. I'm saying Terrence Crawford been out his deal. They couldn't make that fight happen. Them two companies together.
They've worked together before.
So what? Just because you worked together before don't mean you're going to be able to work together every fight. So everybody needs to stop. I always say,
Don't
they did
say
the
it was impossible.
Fight. They did the Fury fight.
Why? Because those are facts that go against what you're saying?
No, that is fact, but they're not going to be able
had
to do
they
every
had
deal.
0 fights together, then you could say that.
JJ,
but don't say it was impossible.
I'm not saying it wasn't impossible. Duh, they had to fight together. But are you going to be able to do every fight together that you want?
No, but don't say it's impossible.
I ain't
because of
saying
that.
it was impossible.
You said the fight couldn't happen.
No, I said you're not going to be able to make every fight with the promotional companies. You may be able to do the fight with Wilder and Fury. So what? That don't mean you're going to be able to make the fight with Spence and Crawford. Now Crawford been a free agent this long. Like the way he talking about they was going to do his thing. He should have been done signed with PBC, bro. But he didn't even sign with them. It's instantly when that was over with, Jay. And you don't put no blame on him for that.
When have I said I put no blame on Crawford?
No, I ain't saying you put blame on both of them. I'm talking about this one particular
That's not
point.
enough for you. You want to see
I
me just
said
roll,
you put blame on both of them. The one particular
Crawford
point
should've signed
what
with
I'm
PBC.
saying right now. Why didn't he sign with PBC when he was a free agent from November to April? Until now.
I can't speak on that because I don't know.
Yeah, I know it.
Because I'm not just going to put words and thoughts into these guys' heads so it fits exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why. I don't know why he didn't sign with PBC. Maybe we should call Bernie the Boxer. Let him tell us.
But why that's what I'm saying. That deserves a lot of blame.
It does.
Because if you really wanted this fight, Terrence Crawford, you would have signed. They talking about Earl don't want this fight. You ain't nothing holding you back.
And
now.
yeah, he deserved blame
You
for
had
that.
5 whole months before this fight, before Earl fight.
But the words, again, this is going way back, and this is ridiculous that we're even talking about it. But the words came out of his mouth.
Ridiculous.
We're
what I'm
still talking about.
about.
No, both of us.
That's what's going on, JJ. What we're supposed to do? Just let it fly by?
I wish we would stop giving
why?
people
Why?
attention because we're talking about a fight that hasn't even happened. We got two.
The fight is right there.
Where? I don't see it.
It's right. You know this fight is this close.
It's been this close for this many years.
No, it ain't been this close. It's extremely close now, and you know that.
I hope so, man.
It may not
I
be
hope you're
November
right.
the 19th,
No,
but it's extremely close.
I agree. We're almost there.
Come on, man. People, this is the fight to talk about. Just like when it was the fight was
I
extremely
want to talk
close.
about this fight whenever we got an ink deal on who's gonna win. Because
Man,
his blame game is for the birds,
No,
bro.
how's it for the birds when we getting all these different? Oh, you want to quote Mike Carpenter on this, but not on everything else. So not talk about the news on this. You want to take what you want to take.
Who, me?
No, that Al. Who?
You got me last week on that.
Yeah, I'm just
You didn't give me
saying.
this time. I take what I want to.
You saying all this for the birds, but if it's for the birds, we get these different stuff that come out. We are supposed to report it and talk about it.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to come up with make-believe
But
scenarios.
if you putting the timeline together, you could clearly see what's going on, and that's all we're doing.
100%, dog. And no, and I say I don't want to talk about it anymore. Just like I said, I don't care about the Cowboys no more. Those were lies. Those were all lies. I do want to keep talking about Spence-Crawford because we got to hold that fire up to them. Let them know that there's a lot of people waiting for this. And
I'm ready for it, but I'm just breaking down the logistics of what's going on. And you know, people can agree with me, people could disagree with me. You know, you just got to look at the logistics
from both
of what's
sides.
going on from both sides. I said Earl deserved criticism when he told Crawford to go get a belt. I criticized him for that.
But do you see
do
how?
you know that?
No, yeah, I do know that, and I've backed you up a million times about that. What I want to hear you understand that did you kind of see how maybe they went over terms and conditions over the phone, but when they finally sent the actual contract, he saw stuff. I mean, that makes a little sense. That could have happened. You can't be like, well, he agreed. Well, we don't know.
I thought I agreed with you on that. I said contracts.
I just want to hear you say it again.
Contracts get sent back because it be certain things in contracts that you be like, can you get a little more clarity? Okay, but don't try to say, they trying to put it out there like, oh, Terrence Crawford ain't seen nothing. He don't know nothing of what's going on.
Well, obviously, that's a small language of the damn
But that's the
dog.
narrative. Oh, Al Heyman is a crook. How can he trigger a contract when Terrence Crawford ain't seen? Come on, JJ, you know they're not going to send him nothing where they going to give him the breakdowns. Oh, is you going to send your clients that and not give them the certain breakdowns of basically what's going on?
You want me to tell you how I do it? I mean, we're being honest. I send everything they're getting. I send all the pricing. How long is the contract? I send them that in a paragraph about this big. They say, I like it. We'll jump on a call. It looks good. Let's do it. Send me the contract. Then I send them the contract. Contract has 4 or 5 pages.
Okay.
And there's language in there. There's language in there that I've lost deals before because of the language in the contracts. Yeah, we had a verbal agreement. I sent over a contract with lousy terms and conditions. And they...
Did you have to fix it?
Huh? If I wanted the deal, yeah.
And then you sent it back, right?
If I could have, I fixed it.
And some deals...
But I've lost some.
Some deals you lost, some deals you got back, right?
Yeah.
So that's all we going on right now. JJ.
So in that case right there that I just gave you, who's to blame that deal didn't go through? No. Me for not making the adjustments or the customer for not liking my terms and conditions?
No, I have no problem with Terrence Crawford wanting more clarity. I never say that. My only problem is that this narrative that's going out like he ain't got clarity. The reason why he's acting like this because people he's getting a lot of bad publicity for this type of deal, but people got to understand he ain't have no choice. But that's neither here or there.
Yeah, bro. We'll see what happens, dog. I think we've
Tell us that enough.
Yeah, for the night at least. Join us next time for our next Spence-Crawford. Big news, man. So we got a big card coming up October 15th. Big card coming up October 15th. It's like a national holiday for boxing. We're starting the day off with Clarissa Shields taking on Savannah Marshall. Looking forward to this. And this is like a ladies card. This is a super card. We also have on that same card Michaela Meyer against Alicia Baumgartner, which should be 2 good fights right there. But before we dive into the rest of October 15th schedule, man, I didn't even see this. I was a little bit late to the party, bro. But we saw that Clarissa Shields was stripped of her Ring Magazine championship today. Or not today. It's actually a little bit old news. Like I said, I'm a little late to the party. The Ring Magazine, folks, ran by Golden Boy. And I'm gonna pull this up real quick, bro. The Ring article. In the meantime, I want you to take a look at it. Come and give me a glass of water. I'm getting really dry up over here. So that's an actual article. Just I'll pull it up. Oh no, you can't see it. Well, I'll read it, Corey, and then you can talk about it. But this is from Ring Magazine's. Actually, when they broke the news, T-Rex not fought at 154 pounds for over 18 months. Has no apparent plans to return to the weight anytime soon. Therefore, she was stripped from her ring belt just in time for the one. Keep that in mind. She was stripped, but that's not what their tweet said. Therefore, she was stripped from her ring belt just in time for the winner of the recently announced fight between Marie-Eve Decaire and Natasha Jones to be eventually crowned as champ. So she was stripped, and they're acknowledging it right there. But we also have the Ring Magazine tweet. Yeah, here's a tweet. Are you able to see it, Cray? Hold on. In this week's update, Clarissa Shields vacates her ring belt. This is one you sent me earlier. Yeah. And Clarissa responds, "I didn't vacate nothing," in all capital letters. What the hell y'all talking about? So that's where we're at, Cray.
Yeah, that's where we at right here. Like, this is my problem I have with Ring. Right. Why would y'all put out that article and say Clarissa Shields got stripped? Like, it's so disrespectful, right? And to me, it's just really absurd, right? For Ring to even go that route when we know y'all definitely had no contact with him. Yeah. And then even putting that out like that, coming back and saying, oh, she was inactive without y'all even reaching out to her. I think that was very irresponsible of Ring. I think they owe Clarissa Shields an apology, JJ.
Yeah, man, I didn't even know that you could get stripped of a Ring Magazine belt. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like, you're the man, the voters, or however the hell they do it. Mm-hmm. They've got their writers. And I didn't think you could get stripped, but I did some research, Corey, and I'm about to pull this up. This is on their stuff. It says there's 7 ways to lose your Ring Magazine belt, your Ring Championship belt. The champion loses a fight in the weight class in which he's champion, obviously. The champ moves to another weight class. They can strip it, apparently, just for moving. Champ does not schedule a fight in any weight class for 18 months. The champ does not schedule a fight at his scheduled championship weight for 18 months. The champ does not schedule a fight with a top 5 contender from any weight class for 2 years. The champ retires, or the champ tests positive for a banned substance. So it's in their writing, man. But I think there's a lot of people who didn't realize you can get stripped of a WB or of a ring belt, and Clarissa looked as dumbfounded as we were. Yeah. She kind of was shocked there. So, I mean, it's been a long time. She's done some MMA. She's got a big super fight scheduled. I mean, if those are your rules, those are your rules. But I just think it could have been handled a little bit differently. This is a 2-time gold medalist representing the country. I'm sure Ring don't give a damn about that, but she should be treated a little bit better about it. At least in a text message.
Yeah, I just think it was very tasteless, right? Especially at this specific moment, knowing that she have this big fight coming up. Mm-hmm. Clarissa Shields is high on her gold medals, which she should be. She high on the accomplishments she did, which she should be. I think it was real tasteless, and I truly believe they owe her a public apology, just to say they sorry for the way they handled it instead of just stripping her and putting it out there like that without even notifying her, because fighters have a lot going on, right? Do everybody supposed to keep up with the accolades? I know, is it some type of notation where Ring, you being Ring, you guys should notify these guys that they have to do this before they get stripped? So I thought it was very tasteless, and I think Ring owed Clarissa Shields an apology.
I'm with you, dude. I wouldn't be making this a big deal if it wasn't for the language of their tweet and the language of their article. The language of the tweet, again, I'm going to pull it back up. In this week's update, Clarissa Shields vacates her ring belt. That sounds like they came to agreement. That sounds like there was some communication. When you hear vacate, you know that was the fighter's decision. And then you got to go in here and click on the tweet, then click on the article, then read the article, which they know most people won't do. But on here, they're coming out pretty hard saying, therefore, she was stripped from her ring belt. So to me, that tells me they're trying to hide something or trying to make it look like it was some gentle handoff. But no, because they literally put it in here, hoping Clarissa didn't read this part. But she was stripped. And, you can argue and debate all day about does she deserve to be stripped? Hey, man, it happens to fighters all the time.
I mean, it's the rules.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, she deserved to be stripped if she ain't had a fight in 18 months. But I just think as an organization, if this belt is a prized possession of this organization and y'all wanted to get defended genuinely, I think y'all should give them fighters a proper notification that they need to do this before they are stripped of it.
Yes, sir. If you want to keep your credibility too, man, because everybody, I think a lot of people, it's up for debate, but the Ring Magazine's a respected belt. I mean, it's kind of almost like an opinion-based belt. You still got to win it from another champ it's not just a vote. But if they want that credibility and the support from their fighters, then, you're going to have to show some damn decency. I thought that was real tacky, man. But, again, we've talked about it a lot. The fight again, that's not changing. What's up for grabs? It's still undisputed. Yeah. Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall, man. I'm excited.
Who you think psyche it hurt?
Between them two?
Like who got more of an advantage?
Mental advantage?
Mental advantage coming into this.
Man, Clarissa Shields knows how to get under girls' skin. But you can't get past the fact that this is the only woman that's ever beat you. And then Clarissa knows that they're going to boo her when she walks out. Clarissa knows that every time Marshall barely makes contact, the crowd's going to erupt. So, I think you can argue that Savannah Marshall has the mental and emotional and psychological advantage leading into October 15th. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think Clarissa deservingly should be the favorite. Mm-hmm. I think she put in more work. We done seen her do more. It's just tough, Savannah Marshall packs punching power.
Yes, she does.
I'm not saying Clarissa Shields don't hit hard but when you look at her record, like it's immaculate, 12-0, but she only got 2 KOs on her resume. And when you look at Savannah Marshall record, it's damn near as many KOs as it is wins. So my thing, and Savannah Marshall is that good, though. Is she going to be Clarissa Shields? I can't say that. I look at Clarissa as the favorite. But I look at her as a former top-level amateur fighter, now world champion, who packs the punching power, the boxing ability, if you watch her in the ring. I think that poses a lot of problems for Clarissa.
Yeah, bro. And you don't have to – the thing is you got to visualize how you think this fight's going to play out. And you have to factor in that they're in Savannah Marshall's backyard. You have to factor that in because you ask yourself, can so-and-so knock out so-and-so? And then that's got to be part of the game plan when you're fighting in somebody's backyard. But not downplaying at all with Clarissa Shields, but if she can't finish her and it's a close fight, those close rounds are going to go to the hometown fighter because of the audience with the roars and all that sort of stuff, the emotion.
Who you think more of a clean puncher? I had a chance to study both women tapes. Clarissa Shields is more active. But when I look at Savannah Marshall, I think she's more of a clean puncher.
A little more accurate and precise?
A little more accurate and precise than Clarissa Shields. What you think?
I agree with you. It's almost like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Amanda was busy. But Katie Taylor was, I mean, you can argue how that fight finished if you didn't like scorecards or whatever. It was a close fight regardless. But Katie kept just sticking and popping her she was way more accurate. I don't remember what the percentages were, but the eyeball test, Katie was landing the cleaner, crisper shots while Amanda was busier, less painful. She had her shook too, but it was just a lot of busy work. So I kind of see it the same. Clarissa's busier. She might smother a little bit. I don't know, man. I want to see. I believe Clarissa should be the favorite, but at the same time, you know, again, we call it like we see it. There's some holes there, and I can see how. I can see how she can lose that night.
I feel like Clarissa could possibly outwork Savannah Marshall, but like Savannah Marshall, the bigger, the longer fighter, more reach. So, and we could tell she has more punch. Would you say she has more punching power?
Oh yeah, bro.
So Clarissa Shields, and we know her style. Like, she's smart. IQ is good, but we know she come in reckless and
she can't do that. She can't do that against somebody who.
I want to see this fight. Like, I'm more excited to see this fight than I am any fight on October the 15th. And that's credit to Clarissa Shields, too, because she changed the game in women's boxing. Like you say, you do need a dance partner, right?
Yep.
Like, but this dance, like, and they got history because she actually beat her in the amateur, not in the pros. But I'm more excited to see this fight than any fight on October the 15th. A women boxing fight. I never thought I'd ever say that. And then what you say, Alicia Baumgartner versus
yeah, dude. The card is Baumgartner and Mayer.
And they beef. You see the lead up to them. Like, bro, I want to see them instead of anybody else.
That whole card. Were you talking about the main event, co-main event?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm right there with you. I'm about to introduce us to the next top.
Money asked you a question. He said, "So you saying Clarissa Shields needs the KO to win?"
I think she needs a KO to win, man. My bad, I didn't see that comment. I don't think she. Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to throw that up there just yet. I don't think she. I don't think it's impossible for her to win on cards, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult for her to win on cards because she's fighting somebody who got just as much amateur experience, beat her in amateurs. She's fighting in her backyard. She can pop up. Clarissa has to respect that punching power. The crowd's gonna be going nuts, and that's gonna impact the judges, man. So, you know, they're human at the end of the day, and
look, I agree with you.
Yeah, dude.
Because it got to be clear cut for Clarissa, right? You got to be clear cut, and I just don't think it's gonna be that clear cut for her. Do I favor her to win this fight? Absolutely, but she really gonna have to impose her will across the pond, seriously. Like, and it ain't no cry me a river. Like I said, you got to, you know, when you go to another country, you got to go over there and you have to really do it. I understand that a win should be a win. It should be down the middle. But we know you got to do a little extra. Fighters who came over here to America had to do it for years. So I hope Clarissa understand what position she in and what she needs to do.
Same here, man. But like, needless to say, that fight, I can't wait. I was sad when they moved it from September. They had to pay tribute to the Queen, and here we are. About 10 days out, 10, 11 days out. And then the next fight that day.
Damn, it's right here, ain't it?
Yep, same day as Mr. Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius, man. You made a bold claim. This card also got Caleb Plant, Anthony Durrell. Let's stay with Caleb Plant, Anthony Durrell before we give these folks the IOTBA thoughts on the fight.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant, Anthony Durrell, what are your thoughts on it, bro? We've talked about it before, but let's refresh. Anything changed for you?
No, nothing changed. I think Caleb finna box this boy head off. Now, Anthony Durrell is a dog. I think he always have a puncher's chance because I think, didn't Caleb Plant get stopped against Canelo?
Yeah.
So, psychologically, how Caleb Plant gonna react to getting knocked out. And we know Anthony Durrell is a dog who likes to make it ugly, and we know this dude could punch. You know, that's just facts. So, but my thing is, if you're looking at the fighters and you're looking at where they both at right now, I think Caleb Plant can make this an easy night. That's if he don't entice himself into the rhetoric. You know, how Durrell been poking the burr at him. If he don't go in that ring and, you know, pull a Spence-Crawford, you hit me, I'm finna hit you back, then get hit with something and get caught, you know, that could play a part.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. Obviously, we seen Durrell end the fight with one shot, so you have to respect that. But Caleb Plant, he did. You got to remember, even though he did get stopped by Canelo, it wasn't some one punch that just knocked him out cold. It was an accumulation of shots. It was a beating. He got broken down. So we know that Plant can take some shots. Like I said, he didn't just get caught on the chin. So I'm with you, man. I think Caleb pulls that fight off in a boxing on the scorecards. I don't know if he's gonna knock him out. Sweet hands Plant. We'll see how he looks, man. And then obviously the main event that night, Deontay Wilder coming back against what looks like Tyson Fury's doppelganger, Robert Helenius. This is going to be a good one, and we even have Mr. IOTBA with a bold prediction on this fight.
Yeah, I think Helenius is going to pull it out. Like, is Deontay Wilder the favorite? Yes.
Yes, sir.
He should be the favorite to win this fight. But I just don't think Deontay Wilder is that same guy he used to be. Prove me wrong, Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Because with like Deontay Wilder paid, he taken care of. You know, he done came off devastating losses. I know he loved the sport, but his chin has been tested. It ain't the same chin it used to be. And he fighting a guy. Not saying that guy chin gonna be able to withstand Deontay Wilder punching power either, but Helenius is real similar to Tyson Fury. Not saying he is skillful as Tyson Fury, but the guy know how to move, set his punches, and he packs a punch with that right hand. And I think Deontay Wilder, just by looking at his training video,
yeah, you're not impressed.
Real awkward. I'm not impressed by nothing I'm seeing. Like, I know he got punching power. I know he been fighting like that his whole life. But is the hunger still there?
Yeah, man. Like you asked me a question the other day when we were talking about Joe Joyce after his fight, and we were saying potentially matching him up against Wilder, and you asked me, you think he could take Wilder's shot? And my honest answer to that is I don't think there's any fighter in the world who could take a clean shot from Deontay Wilder. I don't care who you are. We saw him almost end it quickly, or almost end it for Tyson Fury, even though he's behind on the card. So, yeah, you have to respect that. But I've gone back and I've seen some Helenius fights since you've made your call, Correa, about predicting Helenius by knockout. And it's not so far-fetched, man. The only thing you're giving Deontay Wilder in that fight is that punch, that one shot that could end it.
Helenius can box, kind of.
Yeah, Helenius can box, and Helenius got some power.
He got some power.
Yeah, and he's got some heart and some. The dude he's one of those hard-headed dudes going to keep coming forward, and you're going to have to put him out on a stretcher. Can Wilder do it? Yeah. But is Wilder mentally ready for that type of fight?
Helenius still hungry. He know this game changing for him. You know what this fight do for Helenius, fam?
Life-changing, dog. What boxing's done for Wilder, this can do for Helenius too. It's life-changing if he comes out and beats Deontay Wilder. One of the most, hate him or love him, one of the most feared heavyweights in the world. Probably one of the most feared heavyweights in the last 20 years, I'd say.
Deontay Wilder,
yeah. So life-changing opportunity for Helenius right now.
Biggest star. Is he the biggest star at PBC, or is it Errol Spence?
Nah, man, Wilder. You talking about heavyweight champ of the world. I think most people would know because, they both did their thing in the Olympics.
You think Wilder's still bigger than Errol Spence?
I think a Deontay Wilder pay-per-view will sell more.
This fight on pay-per-view?
Oh, this one won't. We'll put up this against Ugas. Ugas and that'd be a good comparison. Ugas, Spence, Wilder, Helenius.
Ugas was a champion, though.
Yeah. And nobody knows who Helenius is.
But he do got the whole country behind him, though.
Who, Helenius?
Yeah. So they might show up and show out, and But Deontay Wilder is a big. I would say I agree with you. I think Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, he's superstar, man.
I think he's the biggest name on PBC right now. But I think Earl Spence right there with him though. Like if it's like 1A, 1B or a tie, I think they right there with each other. But yeah, man, I look forward to this fight, man. I want to see, like I said, I like to see a comeback story, and you know, I can't help but to root for Deontay Wilder to win this fight. You know, he went through his trials and tribulations. He had to learn the harder way. You know, we had to criticize him, but that was then. This is now. I want to see that comeback story. I love to see somebody when they get knocked down and people don't think he could get back up. I want Deontay Wilder to come out and put on a show and after this fight, say to this day, I want to see that because that's the beauty of boxing, because that could lead up to possibly a fight, even though they're not champions right now, that we wanted to see years ago was Anthony Joshua versus a Deontay Wilder, or even Deontay Wilder getting probably another opportunity to fight Tyson Fury. That's gonna do big.
Usyk, all of them, bro.
Usyk,
that would be great. So there's money there. I'm excited, and to your point, hell yeah, I want to. Like I said, he's still there's some things he says that kind of bother me. Again,
I'm still pissed.
But I do want to see him at the top again. He's really earned my fanhood over the years. But here's what I really want to see: if Helenius pulls it off, I want to see Deontay Wilder say he won fair and square. I want to see no excuses. I want to see him say, "Hey, maybe I'm at the end of the road."
You gonna say that?
No.
And then you got to understand too, Helenius got to get a knockout because he in America fighting. Deontay Wilder is the favorite.
Is Robert Helenius from here though?
No, he from.
You say he was Polish? No, he's not Polish.
He's not Polish, but.
We'll check that out here in a bit.
I'm check it out now. Where is Robert Helenius from?
Where is Robert Helenius from? I should know this.
Sweden.
Yes, we talked about it before.
Stockholm.
That's where he
Sweden.
stays, though?
Yeah.
All right.
But he said he been over here home in his. I think I got to go look at that the interview again. But that's where he's from. He keeps talking about doing it for his country, being the first one. I think he got a real shot. I mean, I don't think he could be like a Usyk or a Tyson Fury, but like a Deontay Wilder, beating Deontay Wilder put you in that type of position to see if you could be one of them guys. But yeah.
We'll see it.
So whoever win this fight, I'm gonna be excited for regardless.
Agreed. Agree with you. Excited for them and for the future of that heavyweight division, because there's a lot of nice names, some good talent on there, man. And then obviously, man, the closing out October 15th day of boxing is the Haney Kambosos card back in Melbourne, Australia for the rematch, repeat or revenge. I know we spent a lot of time talking about this, but it's almost game time, man. It's almost fight night. Anything changing for you? Are you still just more convinced than ever that Devin Haney is the future of the sport?
Yeah, ain't nothing changed. Like I said, salute to Shakur Stevenson, but and like I said, he made that mistake. I don't fault him because he came and took that bullet like a man. But he was the leading dude for being that young boy. But when you make hiccups like that, I look at Devin Haney. I look at a guy who I criticized before.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he deserved the criticism. But when he do things what he do, it's Mr. IOTBA trying to give him his just due and give him his respect. And I'm doing nothing but putting respect on Devin Haney's name. It ain't no athlete on this planet that I'm looking at right now who is more focused, take boxing as serious, and hone their craft to get better and better and know that they want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney is the epitome of what we talk about, what you want a fighter to be. Because Devin Haney ain't finna come in no fight and miss weight.
No.
Devin Haney is going to be mentally, physically prepared to go to war. Kambosos is in trouble.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. And I'm not mad if Devin Haney go in here and skate and get a win, but I think Devin Haney mentality is I want to get this dude out of here.
I think so too, dude. I think he went back and watched that film and realized how much. He's a good boxer. And by the way, JT says hi. Said tell Clarissa.
What up, JT? JT.
Be sure you finish your homework, Holmes. Anyway, man, a lot of love for that kid. But no, I agree with you, and I hope, because I say it a lot about Haney and Shakur. I wish they had a little more killer instinct. I wish that when they see that somebody's significantly lesser opponent than them, that they realize I can go in here and finish him, because that results in happier fans, which results in more money. You have that buzz talking about, let's do it. Now, here was funny. Mr. Credibility himself, Bernie the Boxer, saying that Devin Haney has peaked at 23 years old. We're never going to see a better version of Devin Haney than what we've seen at 23. And he used a couple of examples. He said De La Hoya was a 2 or 3 time division champ already by the time he was 23. He said Salvador Sanchez is considered one of the GOATs, and he died when he was 23. Different times. Different everything. People fighting more often. There's so much more politics involved now. But anyway, I'll let you. Absurdities, man.
Yeah,
That's absurdities.
What a dumbass comment, right? And like I say, this just go to hate. Like what I told you, Bernie the Boxer is a Terrence-Crawford guy. He feel that Terrence-Crawford don't get his just due, right? And with Devin Haney being a young fighter, and not only that, Devin Haney had a dispute with a guy who Bo McIntyre coaches and Keyshawn Davis. So it was a little hatred with his comments. So you can't take that dude serious at all, because me and you could clearly look at Devin Haney.
Oh, yeah,
and
bro.
see this 22, 23, about to be 24-year-old dude can get better in each fight going forward. Now, JJ, I don't even care if Devin Haney don't knock him out. What I want Devin Haney to do is beat him up. Show him that you don't belong in this fight. And I think Devin Haney could do that, Jay.
I agree, man. I'm really hoping. For me, if it's I don't know. Kambosos can come back. We're all just assuming it's going to be a complete copy and paste of the first fight. But imagine if Kambosos comes out and looks good. But I don't think that's going to be the case, man. I think Haney has sized him up. He's got him studied. He knows what he can take. Obviously, we were talking about earlier the psychological advantage. I think Haney comes out, bro, and at least I hope so. I think he puts on a dominating performance. If he doesn't stop him, that's fine, but I want to see moments. I want to see moments where, man, this guy here is dangerous. Not only is he a masterful technician, but he's dangerous. We don't hear that about Shakur and Haney yet.
But one thing I get credit for Shakur. Shakur was trying to, I want to see that, because Shakur was trying to get that boy up out of there. Did it happen? That was a former gold medalist. He couldn't get him up out of there. But that's what I want to see out of Devin Haney now. I want to see you get this dude up out of here, because it's clear-cut Devin Haney. And this is the type of criticism he want. He going to get criticized because of this. Because it's clear-cut. You beat this boy. You beat this boy. Look like you could have had one hand tied behind your back and beat Kambosos. That's how easy that victory was against Kambosos. It was no contest from round 1 to round 12. Kambosos get
Man, I forgot what the hell I scored it, but it was dominating performance.
Was dominating.
Yeah.
So with that type of performance, Devin Haney is supposed to come in here. I don't think Kambosos should last 8 or 9 rounds with Devin Haney. I'm going to say I don't see him lasting 10 rounds with Devin Haney.
I hope Haney picks up where he left off. I'm gonna clarify something you said earlier. You said that fight was easy, but he made it look easy because what we love about Haney, that damn hard work and dedication he puts in, man, when he's outside the ring. And that's why he made it look easy. Because we're sitting here saying a fight against a guy who beat the guy, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's big ups to Devin Haney. I'm expecting a great performance. I'm expecting him to look better than he did last time, because contrary to what Bernie the Boxer said, this kid's only getting better, bro. There's the whole grown man strength that we always talk about. You don't have that at 22 years old.
That was the same dude who said Shakur really lost in the gold medal. He didn't want to, because Shakur Shakur Stevenson, they asked Shakur shout out to Nesta Boxing Force. They said they asked Shakur was he think that he was gonna get the same treatment that Terrence Crawford got. He said no because I'm an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? And then Bernie the boxer tried to discredit Shakur being an Olympian, talking about he didn't win. He didn't win. What the hell do that mean? Like, that's disgusting. Like, just to throw hate because your guy got dead like that. Shakur is a household name. Shakur is a big fighter. It's a lot. He is a young Olympian. That means a lot more than what Terrence Crawford meant coming in with top rank.
Yeah, he can't get out his feelings.
Like that's cold blooded. To say Devin Haney, a dude who just became undisputed, who did it the harder. Yeah. He got better every fight, didn't he?
He getting better every fight. He getting better every round, dog. Like, we're seeing this guy develop into an elite fighter. And you know what? You can see it in his attitude now. We were talking about it the other day. We can see it in just his confidence. I'm not saying he's being cocky and stuff, but the dude does have some swag he walks around with because he knows he's great. And I'm looking forward. That was before you spoke up.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Anyway, where we at?
Devin Haney. No, he's special, bro. And like, why would he say something like that, JJ? That is disgusting. To say this 23-year-old undisputed. Was Terrence Crawford undisputed at 23?
No. At 23?
Yeah.
No, man, he wasn't undisputed because he's already 35. Yeah, no, he wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't undisputed at 23. Like, he did something that Terrence Crawford did do, but it took Terrence Crawford longer to do it.
Yeah. It don't make sense.
And then, think about it. That's
a good point.
That's more accomplished, undisputed, how Devin Haney got it.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Than how Terrence Bud Crawford got it. So, this is no knock on Terrence Crawford. Yeah. He just didn't have the opponents. Them opponents he had didn't do nothing for who. Like my dog General Big Fish said, who gonna remember Ndongo?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's the same argument against Canelo. You can argue about his competition at 168, and if you're wrong or right, we'll never know, whatever. But he wasn't fighting household names. He wasn't fighting people that they were scared of. So, Devin Haney, out of all the undisputed champs, I respect the way Devin Haney got his belts more than any of them.
Only one I probably put a little higher is Charlo.
No, man.
Well, because he lost?
No.
And that's something Bomac said the other day that bothered me.
No, I like Haney's way better. Again, just like you said, that was a better way than. But I'm not downplaying any of these guys. Being undisputed,
but that's probably right. Haney's way is better.
Yeah, man, that Haney way. He shut me the hell up. He shut me up.
He shut me definitely up.
Yeah, he got us both shut up.
No, but you did come out and say that Haney was going. He didn't shut you up. You came out here and said Haney was going.
But I wasn't sold on Haney the way I'm sold now.
No, but it ain't matter the way you sold now. You was like, man, I'm really thinking Haney finna come out here and display a performance and, really win this fight. And he did that.
There was a moment.
I know we didn't think he was going to do it like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
But he did that.
And even the moment right after the Teofimo Lopez fight, I was kind of leaning more toward Kambosos, and that's what I mean. He slowly shifted my way of thinking. So,
and I want to lead into this. That you through with the Devin Haney?
I'm through with Devin Haney. I was gonna just throw up a KO message real quick.
Oh yeah, let's go to KO. Shout out to KO Therapeutic, man. KOTherapeutic.com.
KOCBD.com.
KOCBD.com. Y'all make sure y'all putting that promo code TSB10.
We all have battles. We fight. We train. We work. We persevere. And we celebrate. We are all one.
I can't do anything if I can't walk in my prosthetic. It's a lot of pain that I feel throughout my day. It can be very intense. Now I just put that balm over it and it will heal up much faster and it will let the callus recover. That's amazing. It is a total game changer. I am hooked. I'm just hooked.
Life is hard. KO makes it better. KOCBD.com.
Big shout out to our friends at KOCBD.com, KO Therapeutics, recovery, and inflammation, just pain relief. I mean it when I say it. If you're hurting, if you're getting a little bit old, you're a little long at the tooth now, trust me, this KO CBD, KO Therapeutics, it works, guys. So appreciate you guys at KO. Go check out KOCBD.com. Follow them on social media. And use the discount code TSB10.
Now, Jay.
Let's hear it.
I want to get into this first. You know, the one thing we do on our podcast and the one thing that's real special to us and that we don't play with is mental health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we know that's serious. You know, I got family members in my family. You know, I may be affected at one point of time in life. You know, everybody done went through something. So that's the one thing that we are real sensitive to when it comes to mental health, right? And Adrian the Problem Broner, he was going to have his fight against
Figueroa.
Yeah. Omar Figueroa, right? Lead up to it. We thought we was finna see the problem back, right? The problem came out and said he going through mental health issues. He can't do the fight. And what were me and you? We were very sincere on that.
Yeah, we're very supportive.
Very supportive because we know mental health is something that you don't play with. You build and you encourage and you make sure you there for someone who's going through any type of mental health. That's what TSB, the Spit Bucket, is about. That is one foundation that, I mean, we take everything serious, but mental health is a big part of the foundation here on the Spit Bucket podcast, right?
No doubt, bro.
So, we like, okay, we supporting you. I'm even going at, you know, people saying stuff about it, like, how y'all gonna like whoop-de-whoop, this and that. You know, a month and a half later, I'm scrolling up my articles. I see Adrian the Problem Broner on Instagram with this guy called Queen Flips. They was just on Instagram. And he put out the notion that he want to fight Nate Diaz because he needs something that's going to help generate. Nate Diaz, a Mexican who going to talk that shit. He from the hood. So my mind instantly thought, like, damn, Adrian Broner, were you really having mental health issues? Or was it that you and Omar Figueroa fight wasn't selling or you wasn't getting paid the money like you thought you was to where you said, oh, I got to pull that for mental health? Because why would you be calling at a UFC fighter? What do we hear about boxers? Oh, I won't fight no you. It's disrespectful to whoop-de-whoop and that. And Nate Diaz is a big name. But my thing is, Adrian Broner, I thought you had mental health problems.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
Why are you calling that a UFC fighter? Because the dollars make sense?
Yep.
I thought it was about your mental health, sir. And like that, I got a problem with that. Like that really made me feel a certain type of way for that guy Adrian the Problem Broner. Because it's a lot of people who got on her and defended you because we take that serious. It's people out here who actually going through real mental health situations. And for you, a month and a half, 2 months later, say, I want to fight Diaz because it makes businesses. Why you ain't talking about fixing that situation that you had with Omar Figueroa?
Yep. Yeah, man, I feel you. So I would start that subject off by saying, if it was all over again and Adrian Broner made them claims, I would still support him, even knowing that, you know, it's likely, you know, his antics and all, you know, whatever the case you have to say about Adrian Broner. We get that. I get that. It's hard to, the whole notion of the boy who cried wolf. You know, after a while, you just stop believing certain things or you don't take certain people seriously. I get that Adrian Broner does what he does inside the ring, outside the ring. But when somebody screams for help and saying they have mental health, I will always listen. All right, I'm never going to say, well, this guy's faking it or whatever. What we always hear what Broner got criticized for doing. But I do know that some people probably take advantage of that. And Bro, here's the thing. Maybe this thing that he's coming out, maybe that's a result of being messed up upside the head, not being right upstairs. Him calling out a UFC fighter. Maybe that's a result of his mental health issues, not being all there. But you're right. Why did you have to go get healthy just 6 weeks ago, or however long it was when you were scheduled to fight Figueroa? Why'd you have to stop the fight the week of the fight? You got everybody's paydays canceled. You had somebody. Hell, at the end of the day, he played part in Figueroa's end of his career because Figueroa looked terrible that night. Whole new fighter, whole new list of distractions. So you totally changed the course of people's lives and careers and money and payday because you had mental health problems. Fine. But now, not even 2 months later, you're challenging a UFC fighter who's also at the end of his career and brings nothing really to, I mean, what's that going to do for you?
Boxing table.
Yeah, nothing. I love Nate Diaz. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Diaz fan, Nate and Nick. But what's that going to do for your legacy, Broner? Because you're on camera saying, I'm trying to come back and I'm trying to cement my name in history and all of this stuff by fighting a UFC guy. Did he ever criticize Floyd for fighting Conor McGregor? I'm sure he did at some point. I don't know. I don't know that to be true, but I can hear AB saying that. So now, all of a sudden, your mental health problems go away, and now you're going to fight a...
Because Nate Diaz, let's be honest, he a big deal.
Yeah, he's a
He
huge
a big
deal.
deal. And that's where when you say it, some people play with mental health. I got to call him out on his bullshit.
100%, bro.
I think he playing with this particular situation. Not saying he ain't had no shit he went through in his life, but he knew that with Figueroa, it didn't make sense, and he probably wasn't ready, so he blamed it on mental health. But to come back and say, oh, I need to fight somebody who going to sell because y'all know how I do. Adrian Broner, ain't nobody interested in you like that. We ain't calling for you to fight. We not saying, oh, when the next Adrian the problem Broner fight. Like, when you talk about somebody who's delusional, now, that's what he is. He's delusional. Because to play with something like mental health and come back 6 weeks, 2 months later, say, I want to fight a UFC guy because it got to make sense. Come on, dog.
Bad look, dude. A lot of people supported you. A lot of people put you up. A lot of people were praying for you, hoping you were all right. What did you do in that time to get better? We don't have to know that. Obviously, that's between you and your family and stuff. But from the outside looking in, from all the eyeballs that are real ready to criticize you all the time, and you should know that, you want to be a public figure so bad and you want to keep putting your name out there, well, you're going to have to take this, bro. Like, you just canceled a whole event because of mental health. So keep your fans that supported you. Keep them updated. Let them see some progress. Let them see you doing something different instead of just going on to Instagram again and making some outlandish challenge that, we'll pay you. I'm sure it'll make money, but don't do it at the expense of people who are really suffering. People who it's taken years to build up the courage to talk about it. Don't do it at their expense. If you're not ready for the fight, or if you're afraid it ain't gonna sell, just do that. Don't take the easy exit, because it shouldn't be an easy exit. It should be something difficult to come out and bring this up, especially in the industry we're in. So, yeah, I have a problem with it, bro. I have a big problem with it.
You stated something earlier about the little girl, little boy that cried wolf. Adrian Broner is the perfect example of that by these latest actions, in my opinion, and it's my opinion only, because we have seen a lot of antics with this guy. See, when he was on top and above water and making the money, winning the fights, his name was popping. Like, why wasn't you talking about mental health then? Now when you lose, people don't look at you the same because you thought you were going to be bigger than Floyd Mayweather. That's why you said about billions, right? Like, I got a problem with that. And Adrian Broner, like, I don't look forward to your fights. I'm not thinking about seeing you come into a fight, because when we watch you fight, Adrian Broner, throw one punch, maybe
back
two.
In his shell.
Boy, we'll be lucky as a motherfucker if he throw a combination. We don't see that no more than Adrian Broner. Right now, Adrian the Problem Broner is the perfect example of a opponent. He is an opponent going forward. Now, can he make some money? Yeah, because his name certified like that. But you would have to fight guys like Conor Ben to make some money, guys who are like real young names.
Up-and-comers, prospects, contenders.
Yeah, because you're an opponent right now. We ain't looking forward to see now. If you beat a Conor Ben, if you show us that you were still that AB that you used to be years ago, then yeah, we could be like, oh, AB back. But I just don't see it. One punch, maybe two. But we could click our feet like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz and say there ain't no place like home. If he boom, 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 combination. We just don't see it, JJ Solomon.
Bro, yeah, again, I don't have I'm just one dude. You know, I'm one dude who went through my own shit, and because of that, I have a real soft spot for anybody who makes that claim. And, you know, earlier when you said, you know, why wouldn't he bring in mental health claims when he was younger and on top of the world and all that? I don't have a problem with him waiting until when he did. But my problem is, because, again, everybody does this on their own time. My problem is how quick he was to just come out here. Listen, dude, whenever you blame mental health or something like that, or blame an injury for that matter, if you blame an injury, you have to go to the back of the line. You have to start over to get your name, because everybody gives you a pass, understanding that you need to go get some help. All right, AB's sick. AB's got mental health issues, whatever the case. So let's see him get away from the public eye a little bit. Let's see him go get better. Let's see him go fix himself, try to make some change in his life. No, less than 2 months later, you're coming out here looking for the spotlight again, looking for the payday again. The spotlight that you just dodged because of mental health issues. It's just a bad look. It's a bad look for people coming up. It's a bad look for people who like to find excuses, because now they're going to think it's okay to use the mental health excuses because AB did. It's bad, man. So
and then he on there talking about last night I threw up like 12 times. I was drinking on some tequila. I don't know if it was, you know, but why are you saying that? Like, people already look at you as like you ain't that
problem.
no more. Like, you ain't that no more. And then you putting this out here like it's funny. You not winning no more. When you winning AB and you're dancing and you doing your dance and you saying, Daddy, braid my hair, all that other stuff. Them antics is cool. We could deal with it, just like Floyd. When Floyd was on top, he could do his antics because he was winning. But when you losing and you out here talking about, I'm drinking 12 shots of tequila and
Nobody
you ain't looked
cares.
the same in a long time, we don't give a shit. We just looking at you
It's a
more
joke.
idiotic
Yeah.
than what you acting like right now.
yeah, if anybody's drinking 12 tequila shots in one night, that's a problem. That's not something to hype up. That's not something to get patted on the back. But again, like you said, all right, you're on top of the world, whatever. Go party however you want to party. But now let's call it, you're a boxing scrub. You're a gatekeeper. And
That's the word I was looking for, gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. Yeah, you're a gatekeeper. And who cares if you're drinking? You're not getting paid any money from fights, so we're just looking at you like this guy's spending his money. He's out of shape, obviously, so if a fight opportunity does come up, he's out of shape. He's not taking care of his mental health issues. He's challenging a UFC fighter. Like, what are you contributing to the sport, your legacy? It's ridiculous, dude. Somebody just said must be talking about Ryan Garcia. No, Ryan Garcia, another one who used the mental health. And listen, he looks like he's trying to make improvements. If you see I'm not crazy about Ryan Garcia. I think he's a social media hype job. I'm not the one.
Yeah, but JJ, let's give Ryan Garcia credit. He went away.
He went away. That's the difference.
He went away, got better. He didn't come back on here talking about this and that. He came on there, was very open and honest about him. Whoop-de-whoop. Adrian Broner, this is just now. Now he want to fight Nate Diaz. Oh, it makes sense for him to fight Nate. Oh, he going to sell it. He from the hood. He Mexican. Man, AB, man.
That's correct. It's a very bad taste. I can see it in your face, Corey. Play the playback. Like you just look disgusted when you talk about him, dog.
No, yeah, because I don't like that, though. Like, don't come out here and tell us you got to pull out this fight, which was a very winnable fight, the way
yeah, absolutely.
What's his name?
Figueroa.
The way Figueroa looked, that was a very winnable fight with you throwing 5 punches around. You could have still won that fight. But when the last time Adrian Broner threw 12 punches around? Like, he could have threw 6 punches around and beat Figueroa, all right? And then come out talking about UFC. Stop playing with mental health like that. People out here going through real things in life like that, seriously. So stop it.
Please do. Please do.
What
we got?
What we got? We got anything else?
We got 6 minutes left.
How about them Cowboys, man?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming game.
Against the Rams?
Let's talk about this. Dak got his stitches out.
Uh-huh.
Word is that he's throwing the ball. Word is that he can make a return by Sunday.
Come on, put him in there.
Yeah,
put
bro.
Him in there.
Yeah,
put him in there. Throw him in the fire. Let's see what he gonna do. Throw him in there because they gonna see real quick. Like they don't need to rush Dak back for the. Is he the future? You paid him like he the future. Why you gonna rush him back when we got a winning thing going? Just because he see Cooper Rush doing this thing. Dak, you shouldn't be worried. You got paid $75 million last year. Plus you getting like 30, 40 million this year. You paid. I mean, I understand pride and ego, but if he rush back, if they say he ready, put him in. But ain't no way in hell I'm changing my quarterback. Dak had surgery, right?
Mm-hmm. He just got his stitches out last week, man. Last Sunday. Or last Monday. No, it was Monday Night Football. Why rush him? Why? First of all, we're winning. They're keeping us afloat.
We winning.
We're 3-1. Our defense is carrying the team. Why rush your $40 million quarterback? What if he tears some ligaments or messes something else up in there trying to throw the ball? What if he gets hit again? This is my problem with the Cowboys. It's not Dak. It's not Z. Yeah, I have problems when they don't live up to their expectations. But it's a culture thing, and it starts at the top with Jerry Jones. How many Hall of Famers we had come and go since we won our last Super Bowl, and we have nothing to show for it. So yeah, man, I get frustrated with these guys, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we do get frustrated, but like I said, if they want to throw Dak back in the fire, throw him in there. Throw him in there. We paid him all that money. He don't need to be sitting on the sideline. Throw him in there. He fearful of his job. Get in there. Let's see what you really about, because what we've been seeing the last 3 weeks, we've been seeing a well-doing machine. Cooper Rush not making the mistakes, throwing the plays, having awareness of where his receiver's going to be at, and throw the ball before they get open so they can have a chance to catch it instead of throwing the ball when you think they opened and the DB got a chance to knock it down.
It's disgusting. I hope. Listen, you're not gonna catch me saying that that Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott yet. We 4 starts, 3 starts of this season. I see where he's got control of the offense. I see that he's making smart decisions. But let's start facing some tougher competition. Let's see how he looks up against Aaron Donald next week. You know, we saw him scrambling yesterday, and when he started seeing pressure, he made a couple bad decisions.
Yeah, but you got to think about it though, like. He had to get adjusted like the whole offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
All the receiver. Everybody had to get adjusted. So he had to get adjusted to them because they was looking at this season coming in there. Dak was going to be the guy. And right now, if you give Cooper Rush a grade, what you give him?
I'll give Cooper Rush. How can you not give him an A+?
A+.
How can you not?
A+.
And again, I'm not on the Cooper bandwagon.
I am.
Yeah, but.
I'm on this bandwagon.
Yeah, thus far. Got nothing bad to say about him.
Because my thing is,
he could score more in the red zone. We could have been in a bad position a couple times, but hey, we got the W.
That was Mike McCarthy. I mean Mike McCarthy, and I wasn't mad at it. Yeah, take the field goal, put us up by 2, put us up by 2 scores. But Mike McCarthy could have went for it the way our defense was playing. So it was a win-win. But I like what we're doing right now.
And we're coming together as a team, dog. That's so important in football. You can have all the talent in the world, but these guys are coming together as a team. They understand that when I'm not on the field, my boys are backing me up there, so I'm going to have to go out there and put it all on the line for them. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving Dan Quinn's energy. You remember just 2 years ago, correct? We're the worst defense in the league, worst defense in the history of the Cowboys. And look at us. We got quarterbacks scared to get the football, dog, letting go of that ball so fast because they don't know what's coming. So anyway, that's our football wrap. But let's go ahead and wrap this up, Corey. Anything you need to shout out?
Just shout out to everybody out here, man. Y'all tune in for us. We might be back in the studio maybe Thursday.
Maybe Thursday. We're scheduled to be back tomorrow, but it's my anniversary, so I'm going to have time with the wife. So you guys just keep up with us. Worst case, we're going to be on some lives.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, at home. We love it here, though. And then one more thing, please subscribe, please share. Like, we haven't spent a lot of time just begging you guys to subscribe, like, share, leave comments, because we want to bring content to you and not begging. But Guys, you guys don't have no idea how much it helps. It helps us so much just for you to spread the word. So we're putting all our into it. We'd appreciate if you guys just like it, subscribe to it, sign up for notifications, share it on the unboxing pages that we all follow, and spread the word with KO. I'm looking at the KO. Check out KOCBD.com. But also, real quick, we have our toy drive coming up. We're going to start getting some posts and marketing about that. So take a look for the toy bucket, the TSB toy bucket. We're working with several gyms in the area where they're going to be the local hubs. So, just buy a little toy, an unwrapped toy, used toy, and make somebody's Christmas, guys. We'll be putting out more information soon, so stay tuned. Keep up with what we're doing, and we look forward to talking to you all very soon. Y'all have a good night. Take it easy.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA, Mr. New Boys Can't Touch Me on my worst day.
And this is JJ Solomon.
And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.